everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I am going to tell you a little bit about my 16th birthday party. I'm not going to tell you about it like in the way that this happened. I am going to tell you some tips to have your own party that you've created and to make it like really special on a cheap price. And yeah, so let's get into the video. First, I'm going to start off with decorations because every girl likes decorations. So for my 16th, I had a garden party and luckily it was good weather and we got this marquee. So having a marquee allows you to have a little bit of shelter. So if people are cold, they can go in there, they can sit in there, they can cuddle up. If you put cushions out as well and blankets out, it makes it all a little bit cozier and a little bit more pretty. In the marquee, we actually hung up a canopy just the same as this. From the centre of the marquee and dropped it down and pinned it to our fence at the back. So it sat really nicely and people could take photos if they wanted. They just sat under it and felt a little bit sort of girly, chilled sort of vibe. And then in the garden, outside of the marquee, we actually had some wooden pallets. On the wooden pallets, I just put out a few little decorations, cushions around it and blankets around it so people could sit on the cushions and use the pallet as a table. So all my decorations I actually either handmade myself or bought off eBay or Amazon. I think I actually bought all mine off Amazon and they were all really cheap. I got some pink, like silvery pink latex balloons, like a pack of 25 for about £2. I got a pack of 10 silver balloons for £1.50 and a pack of 25 clear balloons for about £1.50 as well. So that was all my balloons and that really didn't come to that much money, and we just put them in threes, so a clear one, a silver one and a pink one around the garden and in the house, and it made it really nice. On some I wrote the number 16, which I will come back to in a minute because that has links to a party game. So as for the decorations that I actually have kept and are off Amazon and eBay, I'm going to show you them now. So one of the decorations I bought were these. So I'm sure you've probably seen all of these over Pinterest and Tumblr and anywhere else, and people kind of put them up and around the garden. They're just tissue. So we just hang these around the garden, but I did order some white ones as well, but they didn't come before my party. So if you were wanting to buy these yourself, then I would recommend looking at the postage and making sure that they actually come before your birthday, or ordering them way in advance. So if they say they're coming before your birthday but they don't, you still got quite a lot of time to sort it out. The next decoration I've got is going to be kind of hard to show you, but I'll try and lift it up and I'm sure you'll understand what it looks like and what it is. So it's these. This is like a silver curtain. So you can put this as a backdrop to have photos on. This was $2.99 for 2 3-foot ones, and they go down by 6 foot, so they're really big, really inexpensive and cheap. Oh, I forgot to tell you, those pink balls were £1.50 for a pack of 10, and then the white ones were £2.50 for a pack of 5, which I know doesn't make sense. It's just the different sellers on Amazon. So as you can see, they're kind of like, that's the start and that's the end. And they just drop down. They're just really flowy and really nice, and you can have pictures against them, which I think was quite a good idea. I didn't actually use these in the end, but I will be using these in a lot of YouTube videos, and I might actually see if I can put them up in my room somewhere because I think that would be quite cool. The next thing I got was these, which is 16 bunting. So I've kept this because this is sort of a sentimental thing. I just pin these around the marquee and everything, and you just get these from Card Factory in the UK. If you're in America, I'm sure you could get them from like the dollar store or something. I obviously went for pink because I'm super girly. So they're silver on the back, pink on the front, just holographic. Doesn't matter if these get wet. And I think these cost £1.59 from Card Factory. The next thing I got was obviously party banners. Now these are only like 1 metre in length. They're just the same as the bunting, silver in the back, pink in the front, 16 happy birthday, just holographic. Doesn't matter if they get wet, doesn't matter if they get ripped. These were 99p for a pack of 3 and pack of 5, and they're each 1 metre long, and that was from Card Factory again. These are just really good to stick around the house, and yeah, they're just an essential for a UK birthday party. I don't know if you have these in America, but in the UK, this is all we have, literally every birthday party. Another thing that I used was this. This is actually a friend made for me a birthday or Christmas a couple years ago, and they're just elephants, but it's just like a little hanging, and hanging things like from your bedroom on the corner of like the tent or on a tree or something makes it look really cozy and homely and sort of cute and really picturesque, and that's the theme I was going for. I was hoping that lots of people take pictures. That you can make by yourself. It's literally cutting out elephants, putting on different paper, or you can cut out whatever you want, even if your favourite animal is a giraffe, then cut out a giraffe, or you could do stars or hearts. You can make it into bunting, or you could do garlands, whatever. The next thing I have is going to be really hard to show you, and I was very proud of this because me, my friend and my sister handmade these. It is a tassel garland. So these are really popular in America, and you probably see them on Pinterest, on Tumblr and everything, and they're just these garlands, and they're just made out of tissue paper, but as you can see this one's really long. So I just made mine. If you want to know how to make it, just search into YouTube tassel garland DIY and you'll find loads. It's super easy, and the tissue paper only cost me like 79p a pack. So altogether this came under like £3 just to make. You just need string and tissue paper and a pair of scissors. You can do them any colour you want, and I just hang these around the tent, throughout the garden, and it was really, really pretty. I'm hopefully going to put these up in my room somewhere because they're too pretty to throw away. The next thing I've got is also kind of hard to show you. I will try and lift it up, is these daisy garlands. They are just daisies that I made out of A4 white paper. They're a bit crumpled because they've been sat in a bag, and then used some yellow card to go in the middle. I then just stuck them with a hot glue gun onto a piece of string, and then I hang these from a frame so people could take pictures against them. It's just another thing that makes it add to the theme, adds to photos, and makes everything really cute and girly, which is ultimately the theme that we're going for. Another decoration that I used was actually these. Now you can't open them up, but as you can see they open up into long garland things, and they go on for meters, about 3 or 4, 5 meters, and this was 79p from Home Bargains. So if you're in the UK, then you can definitely pick these up from Home Bargains. They're just in the kids princess party range, but they're really good, and if you look after them you can reuse them. Another thing I got from Home Bargains were these honeycomb decorations. Now I'm sure you have seen these all over Pinterest and Tumblr, as well as the pom-poms, and they're really good. These were again 79p from Home Bargains, and they're just really nice, really pink. They're actually quite big. You hang them from a string and it couldn't be easier, and it just again really pretty and adds to the decorations. The next thing I did, which kind of isn't decorations, but it's to do with tableware. So these, I actually bought these pink plates from Asda, which is in the UK, but you could get these I suppose from Target or anywhere. And they're just pink pastel plates. They came in a pack of 30 for like £1. And then I just used some metallic Sharpies to draw party in the middle, just to add to them. And then one game I created was Pin the Tail on the Elephant. It's actually really easy to design your own games. So this is the elephant, if you can see, there you can see, and you just draw the elephant without its tail. You've got to pinpoint where the tail is, which you can see is supposed to be there, and then you just get a piece of string and get everyone to blue tack, like blindfold and spin them 3 times, whatever, and just do like what you did when you were little. It was just really nice to do that at like a 16th party, because it was like bringing back your childhood, which I thought was really cute. Finally, for decorations, you can pick these up anywhere, eBay, Amazon, Home Bargains, supermarkets. They're just party signs, and they're just like a little arrow. I also had some that said this way, and they're just good to put around the house. So that is all for my decorations. So my decorations probably altogether came to about £15, which I didn't think was too bad, especially that I bought some, made some, and I had all my balloons. I also had a lot of glitter around the house, because that was kind of the theme of my party, for people to come with glitter. So then for the actual party itself, to keep people occupied, I made some jars. So for the actual party itself, to keep people occupied, I'd made these jars. So I'd just been collecting jars of different sizes. I then spray painted the lids either white or black, And then with a metallic Sharpie, which was either rose gold, gold or silver, I drew little designs on them. So some had eyelashes, some had hearts, stars, crosses, stripes, spots. This one has like a rose on it. And then I put them all in a basket and with a little sign said, please feel free to take a jar and then keep and take home with you. So the jars were for people then taking them and filling them with lemonade. So I also had stripy pink and white paper straws so people could put them in. So the idea was you would take a jar, go to a big punch bowl of homemade pink lemonade and fill it up with a scoop and then have your straw. I also had these little fan things that you put in there and people would know whose drinks whose, and it was just really cute and photogenic and something for them to take away. So the pink lemonade was a key feature and actually we went through tons of it here. It's something to do and it's nice to always to have a drink in your hand. For the music, I just played a playlist. Unfortunately my music wasn't working all the day so I had to go with my mum's music, but it didn't matter because people are always talking, so music is just what creates the atmosphere, so it doesn't really matter what you have as long as the songs don't repeat, which mine did, but we sorted it out eventually. For the food, we just had a buffet, so we had pizza, chips, sandwiches, sausage rolls, and then little cakes. I also had 3 birthday cakes, so people could choose from which one birthday cake they wanted, and just like lots of little finger food. And altogether my food only came to about £50, so you really don't need to go to that much because when it's finger food, people think they're actually eating more than they are. So if you do a salad, a couple of pizzas, some chips, some crisps, and sausage rolls, that's enough for the main food. And then if you put, in my case, my 3 cakes out and then a few other bits of cakes in strawberries and grapes, then you've got a whole buffet for people to eat, and it doesn't seem like much food, but people don't actually eat more than that, so it's fine. For what we were doing, everyone had to come in dresses, so you set a dress code. For your invitations, there's a website called Fotojet, which makes amazing invitations. You go on there, create an account, design something. You can either save it or just screenshot it and then put it onto a Word document and print it off, or you can print it straight off from the site. It's got loads of templates on there and I use it for everything. I use it for my thumbnails on here, I used it for my invitations, my thank you letters. It's a really great website to create things. For the actual party when people came, I did a few games. One of the games was obviously pin the tail on the elephant. Another one of my games was what have you brought with you? So if you bought your phone with you, you'd get 2 points. For example, if you bought a lipstick with you, you get 5. You'd add up all your points together and put it down, and the person with the most points won, obviously. Another game I did was in my balloons with 16 written on them. Inside them were notes, and on the notes it writ someone famous, so like Joe Sugg or Zoella or Katy Perry or Justin Bieber. Act that person out. If a person guessed it, the person who guessed it right first got a point. So at the end, from the 3 games that I played, I added all the people's points together, and the top two had to play off each other. And the game that they played off each other was me standing there and asking questions about me, and they had 5 seconds to say an answer, and when it was on 0 they had to say the answer at the same time. The person who got it right stepped forward once. I also made signs to go around the garden for people saying please feel free to ask for photos and then upload them onto social media and tag me, because that creates a bit of fun. It creates people going around your house taking a little photo shoot, and it makes sure that they really have a nice time and that they're always doing something. So altogether my party probably cost maybe around the £100 mark. It's kind of hard to tell, but I had 27 people come to my party and it only cost £100 in the end. It really wasn't that much money. I've had parties where I've had less people and it's cost more than that. So you don't need to go to a lot to have a nice party. And if you want to see further into my party, then please go and check out my blog with complimentspink.wordpress.com to see some photos and to read about how I created some of my things. So I hope this was of help for you and maybe gave you some ideas for your 16th birthday party, or even if it's your 14th or 13th or 18th, whatever. So I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye! Ciao.